Passion comes in many colors. The Pontiac Solstice.
Okay, on the 3-course menu, I'll have the green bean fries, the ribs, and the Oreo cake. Oh, no, wait, the bruschetta chicken parmesan. Mahi-mahi. Maybe I should do the turkey burger.
Friday's 3-course menu is back with 210 possible combinations to build your perfect meal. Choose from 5 awesome appetizers, 14 amazing entrees, and 3 delicious desserts. Just $12.99. Only at Fridays.
Greg, this should get your business going.
Thank you, Bob. Perfect.
With dedicated account managers who understand what you need when you need it, we're there. CDW.
So, picture this. It's March Madness. Purdue is battling Oklahoma. While that's happening, Seton Hall is pulling an upset over Temple. And where am I? I'm stuck watching UCLA blow out Maryland. For this year's NCAA tournament, I won't settle for highlights. I want the whole game.
Mega March Madness with Game Mix. It's the only way to watch up to 4 games at once on TV, and only DirecTV broadcasts every tournament game. Mega March Madness is just $69, so call now before the opening tip.
This is the one where Vince runs around everyone.
Hey, go! My car!
Discover how an ordinary bartender tried to become the most unlikely rookie in NFL history.
Where'd you play your college ball? I didn't play college ball.
To make this roster, you must throw away all fear.
Ollie is not making this team.
You ain't going nowhere!
Mark Wahlberg, Invincible.
Back at halftime, Kansas and Texas A&M. UPS halftime report. Julian Wright coming off a career offensive performance against Nebraska with 17-7 in the first half. Jayhawks by 5 over the Aggies at the break. This afternoon, North Carolina on the road at NC State. Gavin Grant's going to come up the open floor and get loose.
Well, North Carolina State was terrific defensively, getting into passing lanes, but offensively, they shot 60% for the entire game.
Shot 76% in the second half, but North Carolina still fighting back. Tyler Hansbrough, Jay.
Well, Tyler Hansbrough was a man in the second half, took the ball to the basket, had 24 points, 8 rebounds in the game.
And Courtney Fells had an answer, Digger.
Yes, he did. He comes back, 21 points. But this is the big three that put him up 72-60, and that was the difference with 7 minutes left.
83-79. NC State is consecutive wins over ranked opponents for the first time since 91. Oregon and USC. Tim Floyd and the Trojans trying to sweep the Ducks. Gabe Pruitt, Taj Gibson with the stuff.
Yeah, Taj Gibson was huge. Yeah. I mean, 18 points again versus Oregon.
Here is Bryce Taylor going in for the Ducks. Oregon down by just a deuce. Oregon trying to pull one out of the fire. Down by 3. Aaron Brooks. And so many shots to win games for the Ducks this season, couldn't tie it up there. USC finishes the season sweep by 3. Oklahoma State and Colorado. Tyler Hatch stepping outside, draining the 3, Jay.
But Colorado did a really good job in this ball game. Obviously, Oklahoma State scored there, but Colorado was outstanding today. And Oklahoma State really didn't answer the call. They didn't bring the intensity you need on the road to be a winner.
Calvin Bay knocking down a couple of threes. Cowboys down by 12. Dominique Coleman for the Buffs. Little exclamation, 89-77. Pope lost 3 Big 12 games on the road by an average of 20 points. Kansas State and Texas. Kevin Durant went off again, Digger.
Durant had a big game, but it wasn't enough. 32 points and obviously 19 rebounds, but he was the only guy that played well.
9 rebounds to go with those 32 for Durant. Cartier Martin had the answer for K-State.
Yeah, he had a big 3 right here, but this was the guy. 27 points for K-State. This is their 3rd straight road win.
Texas tried to save themselves in the end. Damian James, a little too late for the 2. 73-72. Texas over Kansas State. We continue on the UPS halftime report. Florida looking for a little revenge, and the playmaker looking for a spot in the Hall of Fame.
This halftime report is delivered by UPS. What can Brown do for you?
All right, visibility. Well, that's you. You're a shipping manager. And that's all your shipments coming in tomorrow. It's kind of hard to see. But what if they were on a computer? And that computer were logged on to UPS. There. Now you can see your shipments coming in, and you can plan your day. It's not visibility. It's UPS visibility.
Everything's getting faster, sexier, and yet less expensive. So, why not cars? Say hello to the G6 sedan, G6 coupe, and G6 hardtop convertible. G6, one of the fastest growing brands in America. Pontiac, designed for action.
Baby, I know how you love those makeover shows, so I made a few changes just for you.
Booyah!
Let's go! Welcome, welcome, welcome home! Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's like somebody missed snack time.
Get back to your senses with McDonald's new Honey Mustard Snack Wrap. Grilled or crispy, tender all-white chicken breast meat topped with a sweet and sassy honey mustard sauce. Try it for $1.29.
I sure hope you like what you did with the doghouse.
We don't have a dog.
Wanted a farm, like my grandparents used to have, with a stable, you know, for the horses. A place where everyone can get together. Kids, grandkids, all my cousins, the whole family. And then pass it on to all the generations that come after me.
You once made a promise to yourself about your future. At John Hancock, we have the products you need to help build, protect, and sustain the future you've always wanted. John Hancock, the future is yours.
This halftime report is delivered by UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Her father and I always thought we were raising a normal child until she turned 18 and decided to go to Michigan.
Look at a badger, it's a rat. It's a total defective rat.
It takes a little more patience to be friends with someone from UNC because at the end of the day, you have to explain things twice, talk slower.
It's the combination of orange and Rocky Top. It's just nauseating.
At least you're not from Minnesota.
Ah, yes.
Yes, it's the college sports rivalry week coming. Michael Irvin, elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, one of a class of 6. Playmaker coming in on his 3rd try. Checkered pass, perhaps keeping him out in the past, but Michael Irvin on the 2007 electee to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. At college basketball, Bruce Pearl in Tennessee won a pair from Florida last year. Al Horford was outstanding, even passing the ball, Jay, to Walter Hodge.
22 points. He dominated the glass. The big guys for this team played extraordinarily well. Here's Horford again with the spin move and the jam. Outstanding.
And his running mate in the front court, Joakim Noah, Digger.
Oh, Joakim Noah, but he's solid performance. 19 points, going 8 for 11 in the field.
And Noah, take care of the Volunteers, said he wanted to beat him twice this year, Hubert.
Well, he's going to do it, especially without Chris Lofton in the lineup.
Lofton still sitting out with that bad ankle, 94-78 the final there. Wisconsin takes care of Northwestern. Orlando Tucker had 20. Greg Oden had 16 in a rematch of last week's Saturday primetime game. Ohio State beats Michigan State by 9. And boy, poor Oregon
35
State.
points.
My goodness.
I've been in that situation. I've lost games like that.
Wally Pavilion, Aaron Aflalo leading the Bruins. Jeff Ruin and Iona.
Get it done.
Hey, you weren't quite this bad. Ruin was 0-22 before taking on Ryder. Digger's alma mater.
We got issues down in Trenton, New Jersey. We got to figure this out. That's one loss you don't want. You broke Iona's streak.
Devon Clark, 19 points. Gales now 1-22. They start 5 freshmen. They get the victory. Back to the Big 12 now. We're seeing a battle for the Big 12 lead. Oklahoma and Texas Tech. Michael Neal After the pick from the Red Raiders, a 16-2 run to end it. And Oklahoma, Jeff Capel's team, beating Bob Knight 75-61. This game, Kansas has a 5-point lead on Texas A&M. The winner goes to the top of the class in the Big 12. What are the keys for the second half?
Well, I've always talked about Kansas needing a go-to player, and it's been Sherron Collins. I mean, he's been absolutely terrific, knocking down threes, dribble penetrating, distributing the basketball. Over his last 6 games, he's averaging 13 points a game. He's going to be a key for Kansas in the latter part of this game.
Yeah, Sherron Collins has been the spark in that first half, but Kansas did a great job on the offensive boards in that first half. They got 11 offensive rebounds for 11 points, and that's what they need to get those extra points that you need when you're not making a perimeter shot.
And that's really the key for Texas A&M. If they want to stay in this game and have a chance to win it, Texas A&M is going to have to show some more poise. They did not show poise in the last 30 seconds of that game, or the first half. Turning the ball over, giving Kansas another chance. They've got to limit Kansas to 1 shot. You cannot go on the road and give up second shots and expect to win.
A couple of uncharacteristic turnovers by A.C. Law in the waning moments of the first half, but still A&M within 5. Kansas and Texas A&M fighting it out for the Big 12 lead. A.C. Law had 8 points, 4 assists in the first half. Kept the Aggies close. He'll try to get their poise back and let them make a run at the Jayhawks in the second half.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Nike Basketball and the Air Force 25.
Innovative solutions from Siemens can be found everywhere by helping to make water more pure, buildings more efficient, facilities more modern, communications better integrated, and energy more reliable. We're turning dreams into reality.
Turn it up.
Since you can get rewards with thank you points from your Citi credit card and for your everyday banking at Citibank, it's easier to get the rewards you want. Call 888-511-CITI.
My people found $2,500 in my house.
My people help me keep the money I earn.
If I ever have a question,
my people are there for me.
Our people found us $3,456, which we used to buy
daycare,
fishing supplies,
college fund.
When the IRS called, I called my people.
I got people.
I got people.
I got people.
More Americans have turned to H&R Block than anyone else for tax expertise. When you got H&R Block, you got people.
Whether it's fire danger, a serious fall, or other type of emergency, Life Alert is there for you.
The first time I fell in that bedroom and I couldn't reach the phone.
When you have a heart attack like I did and there's no one there, Life Alert was there for me.
Having a secure feeling through Life Alert is ideal.
My independence is possible because of it.
Now, Life Alert can also protect you in a fire emergency with a system that automatically notifies our monitoring center.
Thanks to Life Alert, you can live alone without ever being alone. And that's why I wear one.
All senior citizens should have Life Alert.
Please call 1-800-616-5512 for free information about Life Alert. That's 1-800-616-5512, or visit us on the web at the address on your screen. Don't delay. Call us now at 1-800-616-5512.
Let's go! Come on! Drive, slam, full court pressure, three-point shot, all net. Yes, you all that. Yes, you all that. Yes, you all that. Yes, you all that. Yes.
And
Welcome back to Fog Allen Fieldhouse. Here at Lawrence, Kansas. Dan Shulman, Dick Vitale, Aaron Andrews, the Game Day crew, all with you here. And a special guest has dropped by. Welcome back to Saturday Primetime, presented by DirecTV. A 5-point lead for the Jayhawks over the Aggies. Who do we have here, Mr. B?
Right up there,
Yeah,
look up there.
way up there.
Herm Edwards, baby, the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
I know you got the Colts, but that's another story for another time. What did you think of the first half here tonight?
Well, I thought the defensive effort was superb by both clubs. I thought at the end of the half, momentum certainly went to the way of Kansas. They did a better job getting some good shots. Finally got rush free for a shot.
Well, let's go inside their offense right now. Tell us how they're getting those good looks.
Well, they set 2 screens. You're going to see a double screen being set. Here's one. There's Wright setting a screen right here. But that's not the only screen. Stay and watch it. We freeze it there. Now we let it go. Here comes another screen. And this gets him free for a jump shot right here. So a double screen. Rush gets the jumper. I'm still out of breath. I was shocked to see Herm Edwards grab me from behind. He tackled me. I couldn't believe it. I looked up, it was Herm.
Jeff Boshy's here. Remember him? Terrific player for Kansas a few years ago. They've all come out for tonight's game between Kansas and A&M for sole possession of first place in the Big 12. And down the road, Dick, maybe, who knows, this game may go a long way towards deciding a #1 seed come the NCAA tournament.
Well, certainly would be a statement victory to win on the road here. They've won 11 in a row, Kansas.
And a foul is going to be called against Texas A&M on the drive by Rush. Let's check in now with Aaron Andrews.
Dan, A&M head coach Billy Gillispie told me, honestly, nothing in that first half made him happy. Guard the ball screen. That's what he emphasized to his team, as well as offensive rebounds. They only had 4 in the first half, Dan.
Well, another thing that's not going to make him happy, Aaron, that was the 3rd foul on Joseph Jones. The bigs, Jones and Kavalauskas, both were in foul trouble at times in the first half. Quick subs, Sloan in and Carter out, and Billy Gillispie in the grill of Josh Carter making a sub just 19 seconds into the second half.
Well, you know, Carter hasn't given him the 3-point shot, and that's what they need out of him. He's one of the premier 3-point shooters in college basketball. They've done a great job containing him.
Aaron talked about the 4 offensive rebounds. That's all for A&M in the first half. That was the 12th offensive rebound of the game for the Jayhawks. There's the 13th, although Kahn missed the putback.
You can't give a club second and third shots of the quality of Kansas.
Out of bounds, A&M basketball. We mentioned neither team ever allows the opposition to shoot 50% or better. Both teams in the 40s in the first half. A rebounding edge and obviously a second chance points edge to Kansas. Leading scorers in the game, A.C. Law with 8 for A&M, Sharon Collins with 8 for Kansas.
When you're getting on the offensive glass, that means you're playing aggressive basketball. You block shots, force turnovers, get on the offensive boards. They're all elements of playing aggressive basketball.
Jones, little strong, and the tip comes out to Rush.
They got to get Jones going offensively. They're in a little drought right now.
Baseline drive, Robinson.
Great clear out. They're doing a terrific job of attacking the basket. We saw Collins in the first half, and there's Robinson out of Rice High School in New York.
Bill Self was a little worried. All the hype, the Saturday game, you and the Game Day guys and everybody here all day, that his team would be a little overamped. And he said to Aaron in the interview at the end of the first half, he just wants them to relax and play the way they're capable of playing.
Well, you know, he's in a situation. Everybody here expects blowouts. There's the clear out and the drive by Robinson. I was talking to Jim Marchione as we see the drive right there, Associate Athletic Director. Kansas, like Kentucky, North Carolina, and Duke. When they lose, it's an unbelievable exciting event. People expect nothing but perfection.
Law's floater too strong, Rush the rebound.
Kansas looks to me like they got the upper edge right now coming out of halftime.
Robinson using the screen, and the 3 rims out on him. The rebound to Brian Davis, who has checked into the game for Joseph Jones.
Sloan on the floor, good combo guard, young kid, can play either guard slot.
Kavalauskas has it stripped by Julian Wright, and a foul then is called on Wright.
Foul called on Julian Wright.
And Right, acknowledging that it was on him. A&M, known as a team, Dick, as we mentioned, both mentally and physically tough. They can take a punch in the mouth on the road and not be intimidated by it, reflecting the intensity of their head coach.
Well, that's because they defend so well, and they usually get good shots with their offensive system.
Carter back in for Sloan.
Anytime you're going to get good shots and you defend, as I said earlier, you're going to be in position to win a basketball game.
Kirk, open for three.
That's a big three. They needed some lift somehow because they've been struggling offensively.
Right behind the back. Pull up from the free throw line. How about that?
He was working hard on his shot earlier this evening. Pays dividends when you work for your young kids.
On his way to a solid night, the Kansas lead is 7.
There's a saying, genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration.
Whoa, that ball using about 99% of the rim before it's settled in for AC Law, who's into double figures.
I tell you, the one area they've done really well, Texas A&M, they have neutralized the transition game.
And for the most part, they've kept Rush in check, except for the last couple of minutes of the first half. He misses there, and Davis, who's becoming a big player here tonight because of the foul trouble to Jones, brings down another rebound.
Well, you know, Davis, Kavalinsky, and you throw in also Jones, give him a nice threesome on the baseline.
Kavaliauskas on the drive, and a travel is called.
That's the second time he's been called for that walk. He lifts the pivot foot before he releases the ball. Take a look at Julian Wright. He's going to go around his back like Bob Cousy did years ago and shoots the little jump shot.
Special stuff from the 6'8 sophomore, a communications major, who says he's sticking around to graduate next year, on pace to graduate in 3 years, and he has basically said he's coming back to Lawrence for another season.
Well, he wants my job, but you know what? With his ability, it's going to be a long time because he's got many a year to still play some hoops.
He sits down. Darrell Arthur takes over for him, and a foul away from the ball going on Kirk of the Aggies.
Larry Rose with the call, one of the better officials in basketball. Terrific guy as well.
Second on Kirk. 5-point lead for the Jayhawks. Early second half. Robinson into traffic. Chalmers got it.
I tell you, they can score so many different ways. Their perimeter players, Collins, Chalmers, Robinson, Rush. I think they're the best perimeter team in America. I really do. When you look at that foursome.
And now Larry Rose with a foul call down to the other end.
Tell you, an underrated tandem in the backcourt is down in Virginia with Singletary and Reynolds. They are really dynamite together.
Ask Duke about that.
Yeah, beat Duke and also had a good win at home to kick the season off against Arizona.
Kavaliauskas back into the game after a short breather. That foul, I believe, went on Chalmers of KU.
Kavalinsky was open and missed him, so they waited too late to get him the ball.
Now the double team, he finds the open man, and it's the shooter. Carter misses the three.
They need that shot from out of Carter.
Oh, boy, that's a tough call right there. Robinson looked to have gotten rid of the ball before he fell to the floor.
Good job, Bill Self saying, good job. Got a smile on his face. You're up 7, you can smile.
You'll get another look as we go to break. Tough call going against the Jayhawks here at the Phog.
Bad call, bad call.
The Arena Football League begins March 4th on ABC.
Great Scott! I forgot to tell Marty when he gets back to the future, he needs to get DirecTV HD. They already have all the best channels, and soon they'll have 3 times more HD capacity than cable. Impossible? That's what they said about my flux capacitor!
For a future of 150 HD channels, get DirecTV.
Tell us about Ghost Rider.
His face was a skull, and it was on fire.
On fire?
Like... something burning?
Bad. Nice bite. That's right. I'm Ghost Rider.
You all right?
I feel like my skull's on fire, but I'm good. PG-13.
It's late. You're hungry.
You're not Karen. It's time for fourth meal. The late night meal between dinner and breakfast. Heard of the pyramid? Check Check out the square. All the tastes in a delicious fork meal. Melty, crunchy, spicy, and grilled. The tastes are exciting. Only Taco Bell's got them. Everyone's a fourth mealer. How you doing? Some just don't know it yet. If it's not fourth meal, it's just food.
Once upon a time, there was this idea. One of those proverbial big ideas. An idea so big that it needed help making the leap between possibility and reality. This big idea? It's your idea. Now who's going to help you make it real?
This telecast is available in stunning high definition tonight on ESPN HD. A 7-point lead for the Jayhawks back here at the Phog, early stages of the second half. Al Johnson, one of the assistant coaches for Texas A&M, has just started traveling with the team again. He's overcome a lot. He has something called dermatomyositis, an autoimmune disease that has really affected him in a number of difficult ways. And let's find out more with Aaron Andrews.
Dan, it started up in October. His eyelids began to swell. His body turned cold. He lost 40% muscle strength in his arms and his legs. He even had to lie down when he walked from the living room to the bathroom. Luckily, doctors got it under control, like you mentioned. His very first road trip with the A&M team receives injections once a week, and hopefully the doctors can get a handle on this one.
And Aaron, first year as an assistant coach, formerly the video coordinator, as you say, on medication. Now things are improving, but he told me before the game it's going to be about 6 months till he's back to 100%.
Wow, certainly wish him the best. Has a great love for the game, loves his Texas A&M Aggies.
Dick, the last basket by A.C. Law, the last foul on A.C. Law, that is his third. So Jones has 3, Law has 3. That's a challenge for A&M. Rush going right to the basket.
Score the basket right there. Good call. Anytime you're going to take that directly over the rim like that, that's going to be goaltending. There's Rush being a little assertive now, going to the basket. Absolutely clear, no doubt about that.
Recently trying to get to the rim more and relying a little bit less on the outside shot.
He can shoot that 3. He shoots better than 43% Rush in the conference.
Sloan being defended by Chalmers. A little bit short with that 3. Loose ball rebound to Robinson, who's been very active here tonight.
He's so unsung, this kid. He really is.
Look at this range. Con the offensive rebound.
With another offensive rebound.
Darrell Arthur.
Just absolutely dominating the glass. Offensively on the boards. They love it here in Rock Chalk Jayhawk land. The Phog is one of the great venues. Rivalry week starts next week. When Kansas State comes here on Wednesday night, 7 in a row, Bobby Huggins.
Largest lead of the night for either team. KU by 9.
They're really playing well, doubling up on the ball.
Law splits the double team, finds Carter. Beautiful basketball.
Really did a great job, as you said, got out of the double team and got the ball to Carter, who's got to make that shot.
Carter 4th in the nation in three-point shooting. That's his second 3 tonight. Hahn going right at Davis, blocked from behind. Good help there by Josh Carter. Oh, and then Law wasn't looking, and Sloan wasn't looking, and Davis's pass goes out of bounds.
And Billy Gillespie's looking like saying, what happened? What's going on?
Darnell Jackson back into the game now for Kansas. Sasha Khan will go out. Gillespie frustrated. They cannot commit those unforced errors here tonight against a team as good as Kansas. And here comes Joseph Jones back into the game with his 3 fouls.
His assistants were frustrated as well. I looked on the face, Alvin Brooks and Jeremy Cox as well. Do a great job laying screens, multiple screens.
Good trap in the corner. Chalmers gets out of it.
Sometimes the stagger screen, there's another bump on top.
Collins. And Kavalauskas commits the foul. That will be his 3rd.
Got to play that ball screen. You got to really play those ball screens. And you got to block out something they're not doing. Watch Kansas hitting the glass. There's one. There's another opportunity. Look at him working on that glass. Nobody blocking out. That's one of the lost arts in college basketball, blocking out.
Look at the
4-1
disparity. 16-4 offensive rebound.
That's a 4-to-1 ratio.
Good call, Coach.
Not bad for a mathematic.
At the line, Collins becoming a bigger and bigger factor as the season goes along.
They start dumping. Lou Holtz told me one time, he said, you got a brain like Einstein. It's been dead since 1956.
3 fouls on arguably the 3 most important players that the Aggies have.
They're really getting after it defensively, feeding off that crowd. They make you execute. You really have to execute here to get a good shot.
Foul on Brandon Rush, who also took a shot to the face on that play.
The question is, can they knock him out? They knocked out Oklahoma State here. This club seems able to take the punch.
On a Monday night in Nebraska, Kansas roared out to a 43-8 lead, and then Nebraska played very well, and obviously there's a letdown when you have that big of a lead. Kirk drops in the long jumper to make it 48-43, but you're right, A&M can take a punch. They're not going away.
Hey, they got some tenacious kids, and Kirk can shoot the ball. It just doesn't shoot enough.
Good matchup, Rush and Law. Now Arthur driving on Kavalauskas, who's got to be careful, and he got a hand on that shot.
He did a terrific job with his body defensively to stay between Arthur and the basket, and he wants the ball. He got fouled inside, Kavalauskas. Get him the ball. He's a good passer. Real good passer for a post player.
Law, great feed inside, but 3 seconds the call on the Aggies.
You haven't seen that call in about 2 months.
Julian right back in. Billy Gillespie didn't really like that call.
I'm going to tell you one thing. You don't want to see the name Texas A&M on your side when that selection committee reveals their pairings.
And another thing we should mention, we talked about it briefly, the loss to LSU last year. It was a heartbreaker in the second round of the tournament. A&M was a 12 seed and beat Syracuse in the first round. And then Law hit a big shot to give him a lead with 3 seconds left against LSU before Daryl Mitchell drained a 3. LSU went all the way to the Final Four. Collins with another drive.
He's spectacular. Yeah. He's absolutely spectacular. What a difference as a player. As they say, what a difference a day makes. Deion Warwick, but baby, this guy, what a difference from the beginning of the year.
He's got a dozen. He's the high scorer in the game for the Jayhawks, and the lead is back to 7.
He's got a special toughness when he takes that ball to the basket. Look at him double up on the ball.
Kirk ran into his own man and still drops down the baseline floater.
That was a tough shot.
Well, you're right again. You talked about it. How quickly does A&M get back?
They really get back quickly because Kansas tries to run that ball up so quick.
Collins open. He can shoot it.
Big-time scorer. He's a big-time scorer. He's going to be a special player in that Kansas uniform. You can see why he's so highly recruited.
Now a foul on Collins at the other end. 7 points in the last couple of minutes for Collins. 15 in the game. And an 8-point lead for the Jayhawks as we step aside here at the Phog. Herman Edwards with Aaron Andrews when we come back to Lawrence after this.
Great Scott! I forgot to tell Marty when he gets back to the future, he needs to get DirecTV HD. They already have all the best channels, and soon they'll have 3 times more HD capacity than cable. Impossible? That's what they said about my flux capacitor!
For a future of 150 HD channels, get DirecTV.
The 99-cent Buffalo Snacker only from KFC. Where else can you find 100% breast meat smothered in authentic buffalo sauce for just 99 cents? That's right, just like the original KFC Snacker, it's still just 99 cents. Your dollar goes further at KFC.
We've all seen them. The makeup artist. The dedicated investor. Mr. Change Your Pants while driving. Multitasking doubles your risk of an accident. Do it a little less, and now Allstate will give you a bonus. Cash off your renewal bill for every 6 months you don't have an accident. Part of Your Choice Auto, only from Allstate. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. Let's all state stand. Are you in good hands?
I came to collect a head. Hannibal Lecter? Yes.
This Friday,
He was killed in the woods. His face had been eaten.
discover the origin of evil in the year's most terrifying thriller.
Stop now. Never. What he is now. There's no word for it.
Hannibal Rising. Rated R. In theaters Friday.
That heart-shaped box of chocolates is everything.
There's something special about that heart box. It shows like care, it shows love.
It's important. It means a lot.
Don't give her just any chocolates. Give her Russell Stover chocolates with the famous Russell Stover bow.
Nothing but smiles early between these self-described best friends. Bill Self and Billy Gillispie, but nothing but intensity in the fire since two of the stars of the college basketball coaching fraternity. Their teams battling one another. Kansas leading by 8 right now here in Lawrence. Aaron Andrews is standing by with another great coach, Herman Edwards. Aaron?
That's right, and Herman Edwards, coached with both Tony Dungy and Lovie Smith, of course, going for the big one tomorrow. Coached with them for 5 years, so who do you pick?
They're both champions. I'm not taking a pick on this one. I'll let all the other guys take the pick.
All right, then don't pick on the coaches. What team do you like tomorrow?
I like both teams. They're well coached by two great coaches, two of my best friends, so I think the fans will enjoy a good football game tomorrow.
Now, you actually worked for the NFL Network this week, and you went to interview them. What kind of questions were you giving these guys?
I gave them layups. They were pretty easy.
Like what?
Well, how's the family? No, really, how we kind of started in Tampa when we first went down there together and had a vision of really trying to resurrect the football team. And with Tony's leadership, he did a fantastic job down there.
What will you be like tomorrow when you watch this game?
Believe it or not, I'm going to the movies. I'm not going to watch it.
Why?
I can't do it. It'll eat me up. So I'm just going to go to the movies. I'll come back home. My wife will give me the report.
What are you going to see?
Actually going to see the last King of Scotland or something like that.
You don't even know the name. You're going to miss the commercial.
I'm going to show up at 5 o'clock, go to the movie, and then watch a double feature, maybe.
Oh, wow. Well, Herman Edwards, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know where you're going to be watching the game tomorrow night.
Well, we're going to have a Super Bowl party at my house. Why don't you join me? All my buddies are coming over. It's going to be a great one. But I'm going to give you a pick. I think the Colts will celebrate. Peyton Manning and company just too tough. Got to go 28-21. Colts over a tough Chicago Bear defense.
No last-second field goal. They're going to win it by a touchdown.
They're going to win by a touchdown.
7-point lead, Kansas over Texas A&M. The Aggies have never defeated Kansas. 0-11 all time.
If you want to go see a great movie, you better go see Dreamgirls. I saw that. That's terrific.
Darnell Jackson, terrific. 9-point lead for the Jayhawks.
Doing a great job sharing the ball. Jackson gets the dunk, moving the ball, playing well. You can see why they've won 13 of their last 14. The only loss was to Texas Tech, who was beaten tonight by Oklahoma.
Earlier today, Kansas State won at Texas. Nebraska won at Missouri earlier today in Big 12 play. Rush comes up with a rebound.
They're really making them go 5-on-5, and Kansas is really meeting the challenge.
Rush the step back three.
Not a good look right there. Defense is right in his face. The guy that's really giving him that spark, though, has been Collins. What game he has played off that bench.
15 points, 5 for 7 from the field. AC Law is the high scorer for the Aggies. He's got 13.
They had Kavalewski, but he didn't give him the ball. He was posted on the inside. You got to give him the ball at the right time.
Gets it now. And good help there. The block by Jackson.
Jackson did a great job rotating over from the help side.
Collins, no. It'll be Kansas basketball. Jackson threw it out of bounds off Law.
They're really playing so hard on the glass. Look at these fans here. As Kavalewski, now watch the help side. There's the timing, the good block by Jackson from the help side.
Midway point of the second half, Kansas by 9.
Danger time.
Yep.
Danger time for Texas A&M.
Robinson with a half step on Law. It'll go down.
I love the attacking style of the Kansas guards. Whether it be Chalmers, Robinson, Collins.
Largest lead of the night for the Jayhawks.
I think this team's going to make big noise in the tournament. I know they lost in the first round the last 2 years, but I think this team's playing with a little chip on their shoulder.
Rebound by Carter.
I wouldn't want to get them in the first round after losing the last 2 years to Bucknell and Bradley.
Law for three. The knuckleball a little bit short, and the rebound to Julian Wright. Kansas has done a phenomenal job on the glass tonight. A foul by Jones, his fourth, as things go from bad to worse for the Aggies.
You know what's amazing? Sasha Klein hasn't scored a point. Did score against the last game against Nebraska. He's got 0 here, and they're still up 11.
Kavalauskas is coming out for Davis. And a little bit of a lecture from Gillespie. Jones is still in the game with the fourth foul that he just picked up. Swatted out of bounds by Kirk.
Well, you're down 11. You're on the road. You're playing against one of the premier teams in the nation. You can't afford to take guys out of the lineup. Al McGuire used to do that all the time. Jimmy Valvano as well.
Sloan coming into the game now for the Aggies. Law will get a rest. Grimacing a little bit as he jogs off the floor.
I mentioned those names, Al McGuire, Jimmy Valvano, how we miss all those characters in basketball, and two really super New York guys.
Kansas's bench dig tonight outscoring the Aggies bench 24-6.
Well,
Collins most of that.
Yeah.
Arthur slips and turns it over. Jones, his second three of the night.
He's got scoring ability. He can go inside, outside. He's a perimeter shooter as well as an interior.
It's down to 8, 8:51 to go, and a timeout called by the Aggies.
The Quiznos is like stacked with a bunch of meat, and the Subway sandwiches. Like when you're in kindergarten and your mom throws some stuff together real quick.
If I ran out of gas in front of a Subway place, I'd walk 10 blocks to get this.
A lot of meat. A lot of meat. You can actually see the meat coming out of the Quiznos sandwich there.
Magnifico? Is that Italian?
Try Quiznos new Ultimate Italian with a double portion of authentic Italian meats and cheeses. If you're not 100% satisfied, you'll get a free sub. Only from Quiznos. Toasty.
Next on SportsCenter, it was an upset Saturday in college hoops. The number 3 Tar Heels got toppled. Plus, who Tigers chasing in Dubai, and will the weather determine who wins Super Bowl 41? We'll see you after the game.
Wednesday, Lost returns at a new time, 10/9 Central. 16 new episodes, no repeats. Lost returns Wednesday at a new time, 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
Our league has so many great new stars.
Aaron Davis, alley-oop. I can't wait to see moves like that.
NBA League Pass.
Kid, wonderful feet.
Passing, triple-doubles.
It was incredible.
You can see so many great moments.
And live games online
with NBA League Pass broadband.
Order NBA League Pass from DirecTV for the special price of just $99. To order, call 1-800-GET-SPORTS or visit DirecTV.com.
Tune in NBA League Pass
from DirecTV
and find out.
This February, the most electrifying games, the most unstoppable players, and the greatest gamer in the world will all come together for one incredible event.
Ready? Fight!
DirecTV presents the 2007 Championship Gaming Invitational.
Y'all make some noise!
Who will go home a winner and who will just go home?
It's gonna rock.
The 2007 Championship Gaming Invitational, coming February 10th and 11th, exclusively on the 101 and only on DirecTV.
Joseph Jones, the big man for the Aggies, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc here tonight. His 6th and 7th made threes of the season. As we take a look at tonight's KFC 3-point bucket storyline. And A&M 6 for 13 tonight, shooting a very good percentage from beyond the arc. That has not been their problem. Their problem tonight, a little foul trouble up front, and the rebounding, as you say, Dick, has been a killer. And one of Kansas's biggest concerns coming into the game was, could their big guys play with the A&M big guys? Because Jones and Kavalauskas are so good. Jones sitting down with 4 fouls right now. I would have to say that Bill Self's got to be thrilled with the way his big guys have played against Billy Gillespie's big guys.
Oh, there shouldn't be any doubt they can play against any big guys in the nation after what they did with Florida. when we saw that matchup down there in Vegas against the likes of Noah and Horford and company.
Well, Bill Self's got 4 big bodies. Kahn and Arthur are in the game right now. And of course, he's also got Julian Wright and Darnell Jackson.
Yeah, you know, when you talk about Arthur and you talk about certainly Wright, they play so much bigger than their size because of their terrific athleticism.
Big time screen there by Arthur that nobody called. Switch now. Chalmers has a big guy on him in Pompey.
Look at those screens. Nice call with the screen and release from the basket.
A&M ball.
You got to communicate. When you see screens coming, you got to help your teammate out. Communication is so important.
Here come Jones and Kavalauskas back into the game after sitting down just for about 20 seconds of game time. Remember, Jones has 4, Kavalauskas has 3.
I really give him credit for taking a chance here. He said, we're either going to win this game. I'm not taking a chance with those 2 guys sitting next to me. I think that's a good piece of coaching by Billy Gillispie.
Only regular season matchup between these two, with Kansas being a North Big 12 team and a South. Carter with another 3, and all of a sudden it's down to 5.
Well, there's that 3-point shot we talk about, how it always changes the complexion of a game. Good timeout.
And it forces Bill Self to call a timeout as the Aggies, who were on the ropes just about a minute ago, are right back into it.
Well, the 3-point shot got back in. Hey, what a recruiting class they are coming in next year. 6'7", Victor Dubovitsky from out of Russia. He's at Chipola Junior College. 5'10", B.J. Holmes from Houston. And a 7-footer, maybe the best player in Texas from out of Houston, Andre Jordan.
The Andre Jordan 7-footer is Billy Gillespie's really starting to get some big-time recruits. Big Monday presented by Bud Light, a part of Rivalry Week presented by Cisco. We saw Syracuse, Connecticut at 7 Eastern, then Texas and Texas A&M at 9 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN HD. We will get another chance to see Player of the Year candidate Kevin Durant, who in a loss today to Kansas State had 32 more points. Look at what he did against Texas Tech a few days ago, 37 and 23. He is simply taking games over right now. Rick Barnes said before the season, he's the best player in the country, and it's hard to argue with that right now.
Well, I'll tell you, you can't argue with what he's doing. He's playing brilliantly. And remember this, that 37 and 23 in the history of the Big 12, nobody's ever been able to duplicate that. Bogan went one time, Mario Bogan rather, 37 and 20
in a triple
overtime rather.
Can't wait to see Durant in person again on Monday night. Rush misses the jumper. A&M basketball.
You know what's amazing with that number as well? That was on a roll in a hostile environment. And he goes for 37 and 23 and plays all 40 minutes. I mean, he's been absolutely super. Watch out, Orlando Tucker.
Kavalauskas and Jones both back on the bench right now.
A lot of patience right now offensively. They know each possession getting bigger and bigger.
Foul against Kansas. Timeout on the floor. Collins picks up his 3rd. A&M ball when we come back. They're only down 5.
Great Scott! I forgot to tell Marty when he gets back to the future, he needs to get DirecTV HD. They already have all the best channels, and soon they'll have 3 times more HD capacity than cable. Impossible? That's what they said about my flux capacitor!
For a future of 150 HD channels, get DirecTV.
Innovations from Siemens can be found everywhere. By integrating communications, building technologies, and advanced medical systems, we're creating digital hospitals that can provide higher quality patient care. Siemens, we're turning dreams into reality.
Listen, I don't care if you want to sell yourself for less, but $1?
People are psyched about this, Dad. You'd know that if you'd pull your head out of your bun.
Watch it, Burger Boy.
Whopper Jr. for $1. Bringing some attitude to the BK value menu.
My sweet baby.
Whatever it is, you can get it on eBay.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is Presented by DirecTV. There's good TV, there's better TV, and then there's DirecTV.
Welcome back to Fog Allen Fieldhouse, one of the greatest environments in all of college basketball. It's Saturday Primetime, presented by DirecTV with Dick Vitale, Aaron Andrews, and the Game Day Gang. I'm Dan Shulman. This has lived up to its billing. It's been a lot of fun here tonight.
Well, it really has been. You know, since their loss to Texas Tech, they have blown out the opposition that they've played. Obviously, it wasn't opposition like Texas A&M, but Kansas won by better than 20. Well, they're in a real fight right now. And the one thing I like about Texas A&M, I think the way that they were offensively rebounded. When you looked at Kansas, I thought they really could have put them away. But they have taken their biggest hit, and they're able to hang around only down 5.
Something that all Big 12 fans, players, coaches know, that A&M does not go away. Look at the Kansas backcourt, and again, Sherron Collins has been one of the stars here tonight. Just picked up his 3rd foul before the last break. He's still on the floor. He's got a game-high 15 points. Carter. 2 Aggies had a fingertip on that ball, but it's Julian Wright who comes up with it. Kansas pushing.
Wright's got such quickness.
Collins another 3.
He's the star of Star in Lawrence. He's the BMOC, the big man on campus. He's been electrifying, Mr. Shulman.
The freshman averages 9. He's doubled that here tonight. Jones for 3. And the rebound down to Wright. Remember, Jones has made that shot twice here tonight.
Tough to keep Collins on that sideline. This kid's got a nose to score.
Physically strong enough to get into the lane and get to the rim, and a great outside shot as well. Kahn, his first points of the night.
First points in 2 games. First points in 2 games. Sasha Kahn with the little score on the inside.
And just like that, the lead's gone from 5 to 10 since that last time out.
Big possession right now. They got to quiet this crowd. They need a big score. AC Law loves the end of the game. This guy's game goes up big time in the last 5 minutes.
Sloan on the drive, right at right, and he cashes in. It's an 8-point game.
He's a combo guard. Are you going to 1 or 2 slot?
Great defense there by Jones, playing with 4 fouls.
Great deflection. Good ball, you man theory. Tavaruski should have had the ball.
Law misses the 3. And again, A&M unable to do much of anything on the glass here tonight. Getting out rebounded by 16 in this game.
Sasha Kahn may not score, but he does a great job setting screens.
Push on Josh Carter.
Take a look at Sherron Collins. There's the 3. Nothing but nylon. Look at the driving ability. Hang time. Explodes to the goal. Squares his body. Fields it. Get me the rock is his cry. Get me the rock, baby.
8-point lead in the ball for Kansas with 5:43 to go. And we mentioned it, Collins has become a bigger and bigger factor as conference play has gone along.
If you prorate his points per minute, they're unbelievable.
Yep. Averaging only 20 minutes per game, but that number is going up with the way that he's playing. Rebound comes down to Kirk.
Stay within their offense. They never panic. A lot of teams get behind, want to shoot the ball quickly. They still make touches, reverse the ball. Got to take advantage of the big guy inside.
Jones, the jumper, and it's back down to 6. Every time Kansas seems to be a knockout punch away, A&M comes right back.
You like the fight game, huh?
Yeah.
Talking about knockout punches, a little maybe Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns.
Hey, A&M's got a guy, Donald Sloan, who used to box. So that's right.
He's saying right now, Bill Self, when are we going to knock him out?
Let's take a look at the coaches poll, the top 10 in the ESPN USA Today coaches poll. North Carolina losing today to NC State, and Oregon was a loser today as well to USC.
You know, we were down there in Columbus last week, and Tom Izzo was telling us about his last 10 games, and right now 3 of them have gone by the wayside. 2 to Ohio State and 1 to Illinois.
1 week from tonight, we'll see number 1 Florida in Lexington to take on Kentucky.
Talk about another rival game. Wednesday, we got certainly rivalry games all over the country. Kansas State right here. North Carolina, Duke over in Durham, the best of the best. And then UCLA plays Southern Cal.
Michigan's playing Ohio State Tuesday night on ESPN.
They better start winning some games, Michigan.
Yeah.
They need some wins.
Yeah.
Lost at home to Iowa. Iowa today had a big win over Indiana.
The last couple of baskets have gone to the Aggies to turn a 10-point game into a 6-point game as we go under 5 minutes to play here in Lawrence. And now a steal by Law.
Great defensive play by Law. Look at has the presence of mind not to get up because that would be a walking violation. Stayed on the ground and made the pass.
He's going to work off the ball now a little bit as Kirk takes control.
Well, they want to get the ball. Law is really magnificent in the last 5 minutes. His numbers are unbelievable.
Captain Clutch for the Aggies the last couple of years.
You better be Captain Clutch now because you're under 5 on the clock.
Kirk. Long rebound out to Law. And it is Aggie basketball out of bounds off Rush.
They get 3 opportunities now. Something that Kansas was taking advantage of early in the game.
Pompey limping a little bit. He's going to stay in the game. Collins goes out for Kansas. Robinson's back in. So Jones on the bench right now for the Aggies with 4 fouls, maybe just until the under 4 timeout. Great ball fake. And another. Carter. Boy, great opportunities at this end by Texas A&M. 3 good looks at the basket.
See, now they got Robinson on the floor, get a little bit more stability. Want to take some time off that clock, but you don't want to get too cautious.
Jackson looking inside for Kahn. Surrounded. And a foul. It'll be Pompey.
Always becomes a little danger time to teams with that 5-6 point lead. They try to manage the clock and sometimes get too cautious.
3:52 to go. Can Kansas hang on and secure this win?
Y'all ready to play? Let's go.